Hello friends, I am Chevy. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? Please let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you. I really do. I really, really do. Everything here, pretty great. And thank you for, checking in on me yesterday about the electrical stuff. It's going to be fine. It's going to be good. I'm going to be happier running a separate circuit, and it's going to make that room its own thing and help me do a little bit. I can condition that electricity a little bit better based on where I put the circuit in the box, and I can have a better space. But it's a big project, and it's going to take us quite a while. Between if you saw the video yesterday, there's a lot of drywall that needs to be done. I have to put can lights in. I have to rerun some ductwork. We got to make a bulkhead, and there's a whole lot going on. The steps, I don't know how to refinish the steps yet. I haven't even tackled that part in my head. So it's a big project, and it's going to take us a while, but it's going to be kind of M's space, and she really needs that space. Like, she doesn't have a space. And so it's something that we've wanted to do for a long time and haven't gotten around to it. We have the money, or I should say she has the money now to do it, so she wants to do it, but it's also the kind of thing that we just don't do, right? The same as, like, I have a lot of projects that I want to accomplish, a lot of projects that I would really want to get to. I really want to make some things for sale. I want to make some things for my house. I want to make some things for my friends and family, and I just haven't come down here and worked at all. And the same thing with that room. We haven't done anything to it, and that's because Valheim. Valheim is the reason. Valheim is the current addiction in this house. M started playing it about a week or two before I did, and then she said, "Why don't you play with me?" And I said, "Okay." And we started playing, and that's basically all we do. A lot. When my kids aren't here, we play Valheim. And it's taken a whole lot of our time recently. We've been trying to break out little bits and have, like, let's do a couple hours and then we can play kind of thing. Tomorrow, I hope to be able to get some stuff done. We're going to help a friend move in the morning, and he's in Morgantown. So we're going to stop at Lowe's while we're up there and get more of the electrical supplies that we need so that I can start working on the electrical, and I might start on that this weekend. But I also want to at least make a prototype of one of the furniture pieces that I want to make for M's mom. I also want to clean this section of the shop up. But this is going to be a video, and I want to talk about why and stuff. So there's a whole lot to do, but there's Valheim, and it's been a bit of an issue. It's been one of those things where we're both so fully into it that it's like, let's just do this, and maybe it'll burn itself out, right? Like, maybe we'll get to the point where we're like, all right, we did what we need to do, let's move on, and then we won't play anything for a while. It seems to be a pattern, right? I've talked about before, like, that post-game depression. When I finished Immortals, which Phoenix Rising, I absolutely loved that game. It was phenomenal, and I was really sad to see it go. And past me would have been, like, kind of in a slump for a while, because, like, when you put 100 hours of your life into something in a short span of time and then it stops, like, when that's what you do, and then it stops, it's always a little bit But when you have 1,000 things to do and you're not like, well, now what do I do? There's always something more to do. I think that's how this whole Valheim thing is going to shake out, right? We're both going to get to the point where we're like, okay, I'm done with that for now. And we'll have suddenly 3 to 4 to 8 hours a day freed up because we're not playing Valheim all day. So we'll see. Hopefully we can both have a little bit of personal discipline and maybe play a little less Valheim so that we can actually spend a few hours getting work done. I mean, we do our jobs, but I mean work on the house. Work here, work in the shop, that sort of stuff. So, I don't know. I will probably end up playing Valheim tonight, to be honest with you. But right now we're also at a point in that room in particular where we need supplies before we can do anything. Like, I have a couple of electrical boxes. I guess I could put the light cans in the ceiling. I don't have the wiring or any of that stuff to finish that, but I could start on that at least. But I'm going to have to get more parts before I could actually wire everything in and have outlets and that sort of thing. So we shall see. I was playing, I also wanted to talk about Paper Mario, Origami King. I did not enjoy that game at all. I played it. I almost finished it. I'm not going to finish it. The final boss is complete bullshit, and I won't finish it because of that. I'll just watch somebody else finish it and be like, good for you. The story was okay, but the gameplay was just, it's one of those games that's so freaking annoying that, you know, old school Pokemon could be that way. I mean, I get why people loved it, but when you are just trying to get from point to point and you're getting attacked by just complete nobodies who have, like, I have to waste my time going through these battle screens, and with Origami King it's even worse because the battle is like a quote puzzle that you have to figure out, this wheel and spinny thingy, and it's not an interesting puzzle in any way, shape, or form. And they're a lot of the time you don't, figuring the puzzle out takes longer than the time limit that they give you, and so you fail. And the worst part is you can't skip anything in that game. You can't skip dialogue, you can't skip scenes, you can't speed up the dialogue even. You know, like most RPGs, when they're writing text on the screen, you can hit A to advance. You can't do that. So you're just sitting there forever watching these screens, and it's just so boring. And I really didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed the aesthetic. I thought it looked great, and it the controls were fine. They felt fine, but for the most part, it was a very underwhelming game. And the final boss, it's one of those bosses where you've been playing this game for 30 hours or however long it takes to play, and you have this set of rules. These are the mechanics that make this game work. And then you get to the final boss, and it's a completely different fight mechanic. It's something completely new that you haven't seen yet. That's when it's like, this is bullshit. Like, I hate when games do that to kind of have a finale. It's just dumb. Just make a harder version of what we've already been doing, because that is more satisfying than suddenly I have a new puzzle to figure out that I haven't seen for the last 30 hours, and now I have to figure it out because it's the final boss. Hate that. Can't stand it. So, yes, Valheim. Probably skip Origami King. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again Monday. Today's word you should know to sound smart is evanescent. It is an adjective meaning having the qualities of mist or vapor, capable of vanishing seemingly into thin air. Nobody thinks it's silly to invest 2 hours work in 2 minutes enjoyment, but if cooking is evanescent, well, so is the ballet. Julia Child, an American cook, author, and television personality. Evanescent. Evanescent. That's not what I thought that word meant. I don't know what I thought. I thought that word had something to do with illumination, with light.